got senior captains, Kenan, Christon, Garret, whenever you guys are ready.
Garret, watching over the film of the UCLA game, what did you guys see from the defense that you didn't do as well, and you're hoping to do better this week?
Oh, well, for starters, it's just some errors that we made mentally, and then leveraging the ball. We got to bring guys down, and just made a couple of mistakes, and we got to get those fixed this week of practice.
Did their going no huddle and some of the big plays happening when they went even like really quick when they got on the ball and snapped it? Did that hurt you guys?
I think what hurt us was really ourselves. We knew they were probably going to go tempo, no huddle, and so we had prepared for that. But we just mentally we got to prepare better.
Did you expect to see the freshman quarterback as much as you did? Because Kelly said he was going to play 3 quarterbacks, and all of a sudden he ends up playing most of the game.
We were expecting all 3. We were ready for all 3, and they kind of were rolling with him, and they felt comfortable with him, and so we just had to. It didn't really matter who was out there. We just had to make our plays and make the adjustments of who was.
So looking forward to this week's game, what do you see in this week's quarterback?
Well, he's a big quarterback. Obviously, he's got a good arm. He's got a good line up front, and he's a tough guy that could sit in the pocket and make throws. And so we gotta put some pressure on him. He hasn't had a lot of pressure all year, and we gotta get some turnovers and get after him.
Kenan, this is going to be your first road game of the season after playing 3 home games. Last year, the first road game, there was crowd noise was a big factor. Coach talked about ways to kind of help that. How do you think that you guys can minimize the crowd noise against at Oregon State?
Every game we play, we really focus on communication. But going on the road where we know the crowd's going to be loud, we game plan for that. So we have a lot of things that we work on in practice, like nonverbal cues, so that we can all keep in good communication with the loud noise going on.
Did you play at Oregon State when you were at SC?
I did not.
For both of you, just the idea of playing on the road, sometimes kind of bringing a team together. Can you just speak about like your experiences on the road, if you almost relish the opportunity to, obviously you do it here, but to have an opportunity on the road as well?
Well, I would feel that when we go on the road, it's just us. It really is just us. There's not as many Aztec fans travel to some of these games, and so you're not relying on the crowd and having home field advantage. You have each other, and that's when you fall on each other and really lean on each other. Everybody does their job and everybody sticks together and does their thing, and we can make some big things happen.
Yeah, he couldn't have covered that any better. So.
Coach Oak said it's like you're staying in Portland, so it'll be about an hour and 45-minute drive. Riding a bus like that, does that remind you of going up to LA? Or what's the experience of not having just a 10-minute drive to a game, but almost 2-hour drive?
Maybe for some of the younger guys, maybe they'll think that's a little bit different. But for me, I mean, we've had some longer bus rides and like the trips up to Carson, obviously. But we just can't let that affect you. That really doesn't have any effect. It's when you're on that bus, you got to be locked in the whole time, and you're thinking, and that gives you more time to think about what you got going on as far as plays and all your week's preparation. Maybe go over a little bit more film and study your opponent a little bit more. So really, it just gives you a little time to actually do that and concentrate on that.
So you guys aren't looking out the window at watching things going by. You're still like on that trip. How do you use that hour and 45 minutes?
I think everyone does it different. Some people use that time to just listen to music, kind of get themselves locked in. There's the guys that do watch film on the bus just to kind of get another look at what we're going into. But it's all up to you, personal preference on what you want to do to get yourself prepared for the game.
Garret, have you looked much at video of Damian Martinez, the Oregon State running back? He looks big and looks like he's got the extra gear. He's busted a lot of big runs in the last year and a half. What do you see?
He's a big, strong back, like you said, and he runs hard. He's got a good line in front of him. But, we just we got to leverage the ball, and we got to square him up, and can't try to make arm tackles on him because he has the ability to run through arm tackles. So I mean, we just gotta get all 11 hats to the ball and get out every Aztec tackling them, and that'll be good ways to stop them. Just get everybody.
I have a question for both of you. Kenan, start with you. What is the feel like playing on turf? Regardless of what the name of the turf is, as compared to just playing on natural grass for you as a running back and for you getting off the line of scrimmage?
It's gonna sound kind of funny, but like, I don't know. Grass is different. Like, there's different types of grass that you play on. But like when we play at home, one of my coaches used to say this when I was at SC. They call it fast grass. So when we play at home, the grass does feel like nice and kind of bouncy and fast, opposed to turf, which is kind of absorbent to your steps.
Yeah, I mean, turf and grass really aren't the biggest things I'm thinking of usually sometimes, to be honest with you. We practice on both, so you get a feel for both, and you just kind of roll with it.
Do you think one of the other causes more injuries or maybe?
I think maybe if you look it up, it might say so, but I mean, as far as I know, I don't think so.
Football is a pretty aggressive sport, so injuries are going to happen and going to occur whether you're on turf or grass. Just one little step by someone and a big step by someone else could lead to a big crash, so you never know.
Can you talk about Jalen's ability to bust the pocket and break big runs, and then whatever number of design runs you have in your game plan? Can he add a dimension, make the offense feel different because of what he can do with his feet?
Yeah, so because he has that ability, I think that a lot of teams have to respect it. So like, you know, when we do things with receivers out to the side, like a screen or something, they have to respect him being able to run the ball, so they can't just, you know, all go flying to that, because then he could take off for a long run. So, I mean, I think it really helps spread the ball out, because at some point, you know, a team's going to have to respect it. And if they don't, then he's going to do exactly what he does and just take off and make big runs and big plays.
In San Diego State's run the success the past decade, you guys have usually been the favorite, and when you're not, it's maybe a couple points. This game, you're like a 23-point underdog. You take that as a challenge, or what do you think when you see it?
I think we do take it as a challenge. We talk a lot as a team about you know, just kind of how we reviewed this year and how we were underdogs in a lot of the games that we had to play in. So I mean, we took on that challenge early this year, so we're definitely going to get after it.
Yeah, I would say the same. You know, we take it as a challenge and just going to show up and play. We have to play our game, and if we play to the standards that we hold for ourselves, then, you know, we have the ability to make things happen.
Kenan, can you talk about the time of possession you dominated on offense, but on the scoreboard it didn't come out the way you expected? Have they talked to you, and can you discuss any things you're going to emphasize to try to, you know, come out on the upper end of the scale in both matters?
Yeah, so as an offense, we always want to win the time of possession battle, which is, I mean, because you have the ball longer, essentially, is you give the defense a less of a battle that they have to fight. But we want to try to score a point a minute. So we just got to be better in finishing our drives and finishing in the red zone and scoring more points, really.